Hey everyone! Welcome to a new series on MoparInsiders where I go through the news that happened during the weekend a bit. It really depends on if I catch up to the news or not. But anyway, I am Cody Wagner, host of the Cody's Car Conundrum podcast and a contributor to this website and very much this YouTube channel. So let's get into the first piece of news. And by the way, some news I'm going to go into in a bit more depth, and others it's just going to be the headline. And this first one's actually we're gonna go into it a bit further than the headline. Official: the Fiat 500 is dead in North America. Been hearing a little bit about that. Well, like I said, read that article later. The Chrysler 300 series returns for the 2020 model year. You'd think I'd go into detail on that one, but I'm not actually, because we already have a video about the 300, so I will not be touching that one. Jeep officially releases details on a few new special edition Wranglers. The scoop on everything new for the 2020 Dodge Challenger. Once again, we're not going to be talking about that one because we already have a video about that. The Ram RT lives south of the border. Upcoming event, SRT Hayes Demon event on September 22nd. Ram pulls the covers off its 2020 Ram 1500 lineup. 2020 Fiat Spider returns for the new model year. And before I get too ahead of myself, let's get into some of these other articles. Ram Performance Truck, still a popular option in the Mexican market. Not too long ago, we told you that the Ram brand is planning on keeping the 4th generation Ram 1500, codenamed the DS trucks, around for at least the next few years as their classic lineup. What some people may not realize is that the 4th generation is still being built at 2 of FCA's assembly plants. The Warren Trunk Assembly Plant builds all of the quad cab and crew cab variants for the United States and Canada markets, while the Saltillo Truck Assembly Plant, or STAP, in Saltillo, Mexico, builds all of the regular cab models as well as all the crew cab Mexico and export market trucks alongside the new 2019 Ram Heavy Duty lineup. What this means is that there are variants of the 4th generation Ram 1500 classic trucks that we don't get being in the United States and Canada markets. One of those is the continuation of the Ram RT. For those who don't remember, by opting for a Ram 1500 Sport regular cab in the 4x2 configuration, you could get a special edition RT model. The RT model included the following: a 5.7-liter Hemi V8 with 395 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque, an 8-speed 8 HP 70 torque flight automatic transmission, a 392 rear gear ratio, an anti-spin differential, rear stabilizing bar, a sport performance hood, RT badging, 22-inch by 9-inch 5-spoke forged and polished aluminum wheels, and Goodyear P285 by 45R22 all-season tires. The RT package was only available on Ram 1500 Sport regular cab short box 4x2 models in the United States and Canada. The Mexico variant was standard with 4x4 configuration and available in regular or crew cab models. That's right, a model quite a bit different than ours and is still available, though obviously not here. The Mexico market Ram RT models include everything found on our RT 4x2 model with the addition of the following equipment: standard 4x4 configuration, 20-inch by 9-inch 5-spoke semi-gloss black aluminum wheels instead of 22-inch, Hankook P275 by 60 R20 BSW all-season tires, spray and bed liner, 9-speaker audio system with a subwoofer, black running boards on crew cab, While the RT nameplate has reverted back to a Dodge only thing in Canada and the United States, it makes us wonder why the RT nameplate has a strong reputation of being a performance variant in the Mexico market. A Ram RT regular cab 4x4 will set you back about $679,900, whatever they call the Mexican currency, which is apparently give or take $34,100 here in the US, while the Ram RT Crew Cab 4x4 will set you back $769,900 Mexican currency, or $38,660 USD. The Mexico Ram RT models come in your choice of black, billet silver, flame red, granite crystal, blue streak, or bright white. Next, we have some news about the Demon event. Our friend Dave Hayes is putting on an event on September 22nd, 2019 from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. at Grand Bend Motorplex, located at 70292 Grand Bend Line, Grand Bend, Ontario. This is a private track rental with a total of 20 spots available that are filling up fast. Dave will also be putting on a limited number of thrill rides in his 2018 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon. Dave has an agreement with the track that will allow him to take a passenger on an all-out quarter-mile pass in a Dodge Demon, which is something that most people will never get to experience. Thrill rides are $50 Canadian each, and you are granted an under 11-second pass, or he will take you out for another one. Sorry, not granted, guaranteed an under 11-second pass, or he will take you out for another one. Mopar owners can also register to bring their car out to the track and race it in a tune and test format from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You will be able to make as many passes as you wish during that time. If you would like to enter your Mopar in the event, the cost for the day is $150, probably Canadian, and includes your crew. You can also take your friends for a quarter-mile pass in the car as well. Well, in your car as well. The MoparInsiders team went out to Dave's last event back in May and had a great time. In fact, this time, we will be driving our 2019 Dodge Challenger RT Scat Pack 1320 that has 5,000 kilometers on it each way from Vancouver, BC to Grand Bend, Ontario, to compete in the event. As a little bonus during the day, Dave and I are going to swap cars, and he will be driving our Challenger 1320, while I will get the chance to get behind the wheel of his Demon. If you are interested in registering for the event, spots are filling up fast, contact Dave at bigbadamericanmotors@gmail.com. Once again, if you want to contact Dave, the email is bigbadamericanmotors@gmail.com. Spectators are also welcome to come out for an exciting day of just watching the races. We have also talked to Dave, and together we might be co-hosting a few different events next year in different provinces in Canada if there is enough interest. We hope to see a lot of people out there on September 22nd for an exciting day at the track. Next is news of the 2020 Ram 1500 lineup. While dealers have been getting the 2020 Ram 1500 in their dealer inventories for the past several weeks, Ram Trucks has yet to release any new information about the 2020 lineup until this morning. Going into its second model year, the Ram Truck team isn't resting on their laurels. So let's break down everything that is new for the 2020 Ram 1500. 3-liter EcoDiesel V6. Of course, the biggest change will be the availability of the new third-generation 3-liter EcoDiesel V6 Powertrain. The new diesel V6 puts out an impressive 260 horsepower and a class-leading 480 pound-feet of torque, which is good enough for a best-in-class 12,560 pounds of towing capability. Ram Engineering told us at the media launch that 80% of the engine is all new. Recently, we got to spend a day with the EcoDiesel lineup in Duluth, Minnesota, and we were impressed. The 3-liter EcoDiesel V6 is a welcomed addition to the Ram 1500 lineup. While some were worried about mechanical issues from the previous generation of EcoDiesel pickups, we were told Ram has sorted everything out. As for fuel economy numbers, there is nothing official from the Environmental Protection Agency about their numbers just yet. But during our time with the EcoDiesel, we noticed about a 25% improvement in fuel economy over our long-term 2019 Ram 1500 Laramie Sport, with the non-e-torque 5.7-liter Hemi V8 in our mixed driving situations. Don't forget, the new third-generation EcoDiesel is now available with all trim levels now. That includes the Rebel, Canadian-only Sport, and the later availability Fuel Miser HFE model. Night Edition packages. We broke the news several weeks ago about the Night Edition packages hitting dealer lots. Now, Ram Trucks has officially announced that the Night Edition returns on Bighorn and Laramie models. The package resurrects a package that was extremely popular on the older 4th generation Ram 1500 DS models, but introduces even more sporty flavor that people have been asking for since the 5th generation trucks made their debut. Opting for the Night Edition, you will get the monochromatic look of the Bighorn, Lone Star in Texas, Sport and Laramie Sport. However, black grills, badges, wheels, black bezel headlights, and black trim taillights from the Black Edition trucks. The interior of the Night Edition trucks follows that of the sport packages of both models. This includes an all blacked out theme, including the pillar covers and headliner. Next, we're on to Rebel changes for 2020. The model that probably gets the most love for the 2020 model year is the Rebel trim. The Ram 1500 Rebel goes into the new model year with quite a few new option packages that will make it more appealing to the tech-savvy consumers. While the Rebel sits in the mid-high tier in the Ram 1500's lineup, right beside the popular entry-level luxury Laramie, there were some key options that some customers felt were missing from the Rebel. Thankfully, 2020 changes that. While we talked about the addition of the 3-liter EcoDiesel V6 being the biggest news for the Rebel, a new Rebel Black appearance group also joins the lineup. The package includes diamond black crystal pearl coat paint, blacked out wheels, black skid plate, and black badging. The package also includes an all black interior as well. But for die-hard fans of the black and ruby red interior, you can still order that as well. Ram is also offering an optional Rebel Safety Group package, which includes adaptive cruise control with stop and go, forward collision mitigation, lane departure warning plus, and automatic high beam headlights. There is also a new comfort package, which is standard on the Rebel. This package includes a power tailgate release, the Ram Charger wireless phone charger, rear heated seats, and a 12-way power driver seat with memory functions. Mopar is also offering a new exterior graphic option as well. However, they haven't released details on those just yet. Other changes. Ram is introducing 3 new colors for the 2020 model year. Hydro Blue, RV Match Walnut Brown, and Olive Green are replacing Blue Streak, Rugged Brown, and Black Forest Green for the new model year. All colors are listed as late availability. The Tradesman lineup will also now be available with the blind spot monitoring for the first time, while the E-Torque models will now be getting E-Torque specific badging on the hood of the trucks. Okay, I like that. Laramie Longhorn models with the available 22-inch aluminum wheels will also have the availability of having their wheels come in a 2-tone color combination as well. And lastly, before I take a short break to catch my breath, obviously, Fiat axes its city car from its North American lineup. Over the weekend, reports started filtering out that the Fiat brand would be canceling all 2020 Fiat 500 models in North America. This came to a shock to some, considering that the vehicle is the brand's halo vehicle, as well as being one of its better-selling models for the brand, which I have to say is not saying that much. In an official statement to the public, FCA stated the following: Fiat will discontinue production of the current generation Fiat 500 and 500e in North America. The current inventory of the 2019 Fiat 500 and 500e will last into 2020. In North America, Fiat will continue to offer the new Italian-designed, fun-to-drive Fiat 500X all-wheel drive compact crossover, the Fiat 124 Spider Roadster, and the 5-passenger 500L utility vehicle. This comes not too long after Fiat's announcement that its small city car records its sales throughout Europe last year, as well as the brand getting ready to launch its next generation of the iconic vehicle. The 500 continues to be a huge sales success outside North America, while struggling in North America since its debut in December 2010. The city car only captured 5,730 units sold in the United States and only 269 in Canada last year. This year's sales figures looked even worse, as United States gas prices stay low, with 1,692 units sold in the country up until July. In a market full of large SUVs and crossovers, as well as a booming pickup truck market, it's no surprise that the microcar is not selling well. This will be a heartbreak to many of the Fiat 500 enthusiasts out there, especially those who are fans of the performance-oriented Abarth models. With news of the cancellation of the Fiat 500, it makes us shake our heads at why the brand didn't cut out the lackluster 500L model instead. That model sold a combined total of 1,426 units in the United States and Canada last year, with only 13 of the units going to Canada. The Fiat 500 outsold the 500L by almost 4 times as many units. The most logical explanation probably has to do with production space. The current North American Fiat 500 model is built at the FCA Toluca assembly plant in Toluca, Mexico. It is assembled on the same line as the Jeep Compass and Dodge Journey. We do know that the Dodge Journey is living on life support at the current moment, and the death of the 500 in North America could mean that we could be seeing FCA getting ready to move more production around for new vehicles. Alrighty, everyone, I will see you all after the break. We're back. Daniels wins 4th consecutive Dodge Hemi Challenge. Daniels clinches pole at NHRA Dodge Championship. Okay, well that we kind of already talked about that. FCA takes 5 top honor spots for customer satisfaction. Is Mopar going to release a lowering kit for the Ram 1500? Well, let's talk about that. Mopar introduces new Mopar 19 Dodge Challenger model. The 2020 Ram 1500 Sport models have arrived. Let's get on to that lowering kit for the 1500, because I'm kind of curious about that myself. 2 weeks ago at the Woodward Dream Cruise, the Mopar brand brought out a few of their most recent concept vehicles out to the iconic Vincetta Garage to get some important feedback from the public. Among the concepts shown was the 2019 Ram 1500 Lowdown Concept. You might remember the Lowdown Concept from last year's Specialty Equipment Market Association, SEMA, show. Based off of a 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn, the concept gained a lot of attention thanks to its slam looks. The concept featured a custom brassfault color scheme. For those who are wondering what brassfault consists of, the lower part of the body is painted in the factory color billet silver, while the upper body is in the gloss black. Tastefully separating the two colors is a thin brass monkey stripe that wraps around the entire truck. Oh wow, oh yeah, I see it. Never noticed that. The Lowdown concept was dropped 2 inches closer to the street by a prototype lowering kit, providing a more aggressive stance and appearance. The Lowdown rides on 22-inch production wheels from the Laramie Sport, colored custom gloss black with brass monkey accents to connect with the exterior color theme. Mopar conceptual wheel flares are smoothed out and painted to match the billet silver lower body, while a Mopar conceptual performance hood is also featured in gloss black to match the upper body. All of the Ram and Bighorn exterior badges were also featured in gloss black. The truck also featured many other parts from the Mopar parts bin, like one-piece Mopar hard tanneau cover in body color, 5-inch dual gloss black exhaust tips, Mopar performance catback exhaust system, Mopar Ram Airflow, it should have been Ramflow, Ram Airflow cold air intake, Mopar Concept Big pedal kit, brushed and polished Mopar door sill guards with Ram logo, and Mopar all-weather mats. According to many automotive websites, it seems that Mopar is looking to bring a production version of the prototype lowering kit to market. As huge fans of the Lowdown concept, we hope too that Ram trucks and Mopar continue to bring more street performance parts for the 2019 plus Ram 1500 aftermarket lineup. We got to spend quite a bit of time around the Lowdown concept at various events this year. While we were looking at finding a similar kit to lower our long-term 2019 1500 Laramie Sport and sort of build a budget-friendly mock-up of the Lowdown concept, we truly hope that if Mopar brings the lowering kit to market, they will not have the bouncy ride that we saw at a few events when the Lowdown concept would be driven away. While a lot of lowered trucks do tend to bounce after being lowered, we found the Lowdown to be a bit excessive. But knowing the Mopar engineers, and that this was only a prototype setup, we hope that they will find a good balance in ride comfort. We can only hope as such, so we can equip a set on our Laramie Sport. Next, the Mopar 19 Challenger. 100 units of the latest Moparized vehicle. For the past decade, Mopar has released a limited production Mopar branded vehicle each year. Well, this morning Mopar is pulling the wraps off their latest factory customized vehicle, the Mopar 19 Challenger. This limited production run will include 100 units, 90 vehicles for the United States, and 10 for Canada. Over the last decade, we've customized an impressive group of vehicles with exclusive Mopar performance parts and accessories that our enthusiast customers crave, said Mark Bosonic. Sorry if I got your name wrong. Head of Mopar Service, Parts, and Customer Care at FCA North America. This year, we're commemorating our 10th Mopar build with another unique and collectible Dodge Challenger, which continues to be the modern muscle car every bit as beloved today as the first generation vehicle was 50 years ago. Based on the 2019 Dodge Challenger RT Scat Pack, the Mopar 19 Dodge Challenger will feature several exterior and interior features that will only be available on the limited production Mopar branded muscle car. Powered by the Scat Pack's 6.4-liter 392 cubic inch Hemi V8, which makes 485 horsepower and 475 pound-feet of torque, the Mopar 19 is available with either a 6-speed manual, which is standard, or the optional quick-shifting TorqueFlite 8-speed automatic transmission. This car features a choice of 2 colors, white knuckle or pitch black. Starting on the exterior, the Mopar 19 Dodge Challenger features a unique take on the Dodge Challenger 392 Hemi Scat Pack Shaker Shakedown graphics using the famed Mopar blue color scheme. The graphics run from the front of the car, around the shaker hood scoop, and over the rear deck lid spoiler. The Mopar shaker hood package is the center point of the car, which harkens back to the Challengers of the 1970s. A set of black Mopar hood pins add to the retro muscle car look. On the rear deck lid spoiler, a black Mopar design badge is fixed, showing that this is indeed a Mopar-specific vehicle. The car comes with low-gloss black 20-inch by 9-inch forged aluminum wheels wrapped in Gold Eagle P285 by 45Z R20 performance tires and features Mopar-branded center caps and valve stem caps. Mopar has also branded a set of Mopar wheel locks on all Mopar 19 Challengers. The Mopar goodies don't stop there, though. Under the hood of the Mopar 19 Dodge Challenger, the Mopar team added a Mopar cold air intake to enhance airflow to the 392 Hemi. The car also features a Mopar strut tower brace to help increase the structural rigidity of the chassis. Mopar has also added silver-coated braces and strut caps, which help dress up the underhood appearance of this unique Challenger. Inside, the Mopar team gave the car a set of performance cloth seats with two-tone Mopar logo embroidered into the back of the seat. Custom premium Berber floor mats and Mopar polished door sill guards featuring the Challenger logo are also standard. Of course, a custom Mopar 19 instrument panel badge with serial number finish can be seen in the subtle interior. The Mopar 19 also comes with an exclusive owner's kit, packaged with a birth certificate with the exact date of when the car was manufactured, as well as the proprietary build number. The owner's kit also includes an exclusive Mopar 19 booklet, a unique keepsake with the engraved vehicle number, and a Mopar 19 rendering from the Mopar design team. While last year's Mopar 18 Dodge Durango SRT was extremely pricey, Mopar has gone the modest route with the Mopar 19 Dodge Challenger. Starting at a US MSRP of $45,835, dealers will start taking orders in September, which is kind of now. The cars are expected to arrive in dealerships in the fourth quarter later this year. Since the launch of the Mopar 10 Dodge Challenger, Mopar has produced more than 4,000 of the limited vehicles. The list includes the following: a Mopar 10 Dodge Challenger RT, the Mopar 11 Dodge Charger RT, the Mopar 12 Chrysler 300, the Mopar 13 Dodge Dart, the Mopar 14 Dodge Challenger, the Mopar 15 Dodge Charger RT, the Mopar 16 Ram 1500 Rebel, the Mopar 17 Dodge Challenger, and the Mopar 18 Dodge Durango SRT. Moving on, Jeep Compass sales hits sales milestone in Brazil. Meet the Brazilian spec 2019 Ram 2500 Laramie 4x4. Pacifica and Wrangler awarded on 10 Best Cars for Dog Lovers list. Jeep launches new campaign Young with help of NBC's Songland. I don't actually know what that show is, and I don't think I want to. A Dodge Challenger convertible in the works? Not just yet. Sources say a convertible is coming in a few more years. Since its debut in 2008, fans of the Dodge Challenger have been begging for a convertible version of the popular muscle car. There have been traces of the fact that Dodge was originally planning a convertible variant of the coupe as early as the launch of the modern Challenger, when a prototype was caught being hauled to a local scrapyard to be destroyed. Fast forward to the car going on its 13th year of production, and there is still no sign of a drop-top Challenger. However, there have been several dealers and aftermarket companies who have custom-made various Challenger convertibles. One dealer in Charlotte, North Carolina, has been getting a lot of press lately with a certain 2019 Dodge Challenger RT Scat Pack widebody on their lot. Keffer Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has an amazing Destroyer Gray RT Scat Pack widebody with an aftermarket convertible kit for a sticker of $57,995 US. Considering the car initially had a sticker of $48,085 in the US, that's a fair price for the convertible option in our minds. But what about the Challenger going into the future? A recent article from Muscle Cars and Trucks had them speaking to Dodge Challenger brand manager Kevin Hellman, stating that there has to be a serious business case for such a vehicle. However, according to MoparInsiders sources, FCA has been planning for a convertible variant of the next-gen Challenger for quite some time. Back in 2015, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealers were invited by FCA to a dealer event in Las Vegas, Nevada. During the event, all phones were confiscated, and the company showed off several of its new vehicles that were in the works at the time. This included the Dodge Challenger ADR, which later became the Dodge Challenger Demon, the 2018 Jeep Wrangler JL, and the 2019 Ram 1500, and two other models that were still in clay form. One was the next generation Dodge Charger, and the other was a mock-up for the Dodge Barracuda, a Challenger convertible. Now, while the company was peddling the name Barracuda around, it was in order to get feedback from the dealer body. While the Plymouth brand was discontinued in 2001, the Barracuda was the sister car to the Challenger in the early 1970s on the E-body platform. The Dodge brand hasn't had a convertible model since the fourth generation Dodge Viper production ended in 2010. Our sources have stated that an upcoming convertible would not be coming for another few years, probably not until the 2023 model year. This, of course, would be based on the all-new next-generation Dodge Challenger, which has been pushed back to a late 2022 launch along with its Dodge Charger sibling. The reason for the pushback has been related to reconfiguration of the company's assembly plants and the fact that the Brampton assembly plant will receive a much-needed update around late 2021 and early 2022. Until then, Challenger fans will have to resort to the aftermarket, but rest assured that Dodge has some surprises up their sleeves for when the next Challenger arrives. Next, let's talk about the Compass sales milestone, I should say, in Brazil. While the Jeep brand launched the all-new Jeep Compass back in 2017, the vehicle was focused on being sold across the globe. Along with its platform mate, the compact Jeep Renegade, the two vehicles are focused on expanding the Jeep brand to areas where the much larger and more expensive Jeep lineup have failed to capture sales. Since then, both the Compass and the Renegade have been huge successes on the global scale. With the 2020 Jeep Compass hitting dealers across the world, Jeep Brazil is celebrating with the news that 150,000 units of the Jeep Compass have been sold in the Brazilian markets alone. The Compass has been the Brazilian market's best-selling SUV for 2 consecutive years, taking the title from its Jeep Renegade sibling in 2017. Matter of fact, the Compass is on its way to its 3rd year of winning the title. Brazil was the first country to manufacture and sell the Compass MP is the codename, starting in October of 2016. Since then, FCA has expanded the production of the Compass to 3 other countries, including Mexico, China, and India, in order to keep up with demand and flexibility for the different configurations across the world. We recently told you about the updates to the 2020 Jeep Compass for the Brazilian market. Because of its success, Jeep is adding more features to the Brazilian market for the new model year and are building even more special edition models than what we even got in North America. While 150,000 vehicles might not sound like a lot of units sold compared to the just over 171,000 units sold in the United States in 2018, the Brazilian market has been growing over the past decade. The Brazilian market is just as big as the Canadian market and is the biggest market in South America. So that area is a big player in the global market picture to the Jeep brand. The Compass is due for its first big refresh in 2022, and you can bet that the Jeep brand will have a lot in store for the compact SUV. The brand has already announced the introduction of the Compass PHEV for the 2020 model year in select markets in order to grow the brand. Well, in order to continue to grow the brand. And maybe lastly, maybe not, it'll depend, let's talk about the Brazilian spec 2019 Ram 2500. While sales of the new 2019 Ram heavy-duty lineup are starting to pick up here in North America, Ram Trucks is beginning to launch the truck in other markets outside of North America. Ram has just introduced its new offering for the Brazilian truck market at the Barretos Pond Festival, located in the countryside of Sao Paulo. This was the first time that the Brazilian public got a chance to see the new 2019 Ram 2500 Laramie. Ram only sells the Ram 2500 in Brazil in the Laramie configuration currently. The truck will be offered with the standard output version of the legendary 6.7-liter Cummins turbo diesel with 365 horsepower and 850 pound-feet of torque. The engine is mated to the 68 RFE 6-speed automatic. Now you might be asking, what is the difference between this truck and the one that's offered in the United States? If you've been paying attention to the grille, it is the biggest change on the exterior. Yes, the Brazilian model uses the grille from the top-of-the-line limited package. Like most of Ram's Explorer trucks from the past, the tailgate features the massive Ram text in chrome as well. Inside, the cabin features the 12-inch Uconnect infotainment system. The monitor can be divided to show two things at the same time. For example, the air conditioning and the connection with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. The truck also features the Alpine Premium Audio Suite with 9 speakers and a subwoofer. The 360-degree camera system is also available. The new 2019 Ram 2500 Laramie will also be available in 45 dealerships across Brazil, starting in November this year. The Ram 2500 Laramie will have a Brazilian MSRP of 289,990 BRL, which is about 71,965.65